All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Bashem Karkadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring, and truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So, I got this article I wanted to go over concerning Trump and the relations with the EU, the European Union. Um, Before I do that, I want to get this scripture real quick, which this is Obadiah chapter 1, to the first chapter, only chapter in Obadiah. Starting at the 7th verse, it says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. And they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in them." Okay. Now, all the men of the confederacy, the confederacy is talking about is all the friends of America. Okay, all the buddies. Okay, all the people who they have an agreement with. Which NATO, if you are in a NATO country and someone attacks a NATO country, by you being in NATO, you have to go to war with that country automatically. That's it's set in stone. Okay, so with that being said, America is in confederacy with the EU. And it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee, the, that were at peace with thee, have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. Are they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee? Okay, so like in the world, we say, you know what I'm saying, we rock together, we hang together, we eat together, you know what I'm saying, it's that and the third. So, fuck you. So, they've been eating together. America and the EU been eating together. But lately, there's been a lot of tension between the EU. I say ever since Trump came into office. So we're gonna read this article. This is from says ABS CBN.com. Says Trump threatens tariffs on the EU if no trade deal reached. Now, tariffs is technically it's a declaration of war. Right? It's not a formal declaration of war, but it's, to be plain, it's a declaration of war. If you put tariffs on another country, that's the start of a war. And he's supposed to be their friends. Now it's difficult to read this, so I'm gonna have to zoom in. U.S. President Donald Trump threatened Wednesday to impose tariffs on European auto parts or auto imports if he is unable to. Let me try to see if I can get a sweet spot. Here we go. Okay. U.S. President Donald Trump threatened Wednesday to impose tariffs on European auto imports if he is unable to strike a deal with the EU. We're negotiating. If we don't make a deal, we'll do that, Trump told reporters in response to a question on new tariffs. Trump's renewed threat against the EU and the auto industry takes a new edge as it came 2 days after the Commerce Department delivered a report that sources said found European car imports constitute a national security threat to the United States. Now, I don't know why a BMW or a Benz or a Audi or whatever you has a security threat against the United States, but apparently it's crucial. So it says Trump's Trump's renewed threat against the United States. Um, the report could set the stage for the White House to impose tariffs within 90 days. Move Brussels has vowed to parry with its own set of tariffs. The U.S. already has used national security argument on to slap duties on steel and aluminum imports. All right, so this is all of this has to do with Trump trying to pump the life back into the make America great again, build up American infrastructure, build the car industry back up. That's why he's trying to have all these. Salakia, Salakia, I apologize, Salakia. Um, but he's basically trying to build America back up to the status it once was, and make American cars the best cars or the most um, viable cars, so that the money stays here in America, which is understandable in my eyes. But the way he's going about it is wrong, you know. And it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, anyways. And really, it doesn't fucking matter what I think. It says, one of the many aggressive trade moves Trump, who said he favors tariffs, threatened 25% duties on European autos, especially targeting Germany, which he says has harmed the American car industry, which is actually false because um, I used to work for I used to work for Dodge, for Dodge Ram, Jeep Dodge Ram, so Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, and after the crisis, the automobile crisis, that happened, I think it was like 2008 or whatnot, they were going out of business. And then at that point in time, they actually partnered with Mercedes Benz. And when they partnered with Mercedes Benz, it brought them back up because really, if you get any car before that time, they were shit. To be honest with you, they were just shit. But ever since then, they got those new engines, and they got new engines, and they got new suspensions and all that, and the quality of car is way better now. So that's actually false what he was saying. It's false news, as he would say. Let me see, where am I at? Trump reached a truce with the EU following a meeting last July with European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker, um, but on Wednesday expressed frustration with the state of the talks. We're trying to make a deal, Trump said. They're very tough to make a deal with they're very tough to make a deal with the EU. They've been very difficult over a period of time, over many years. The White House also locked in a tough, high stakes negotiation with China to find a way to resolve the conflict that saw a steep tariffs exchange between Beijing and Washington. So, like I said, the tariffs, that's a way to basically start a war. That's why we're technically at war with China over the tariffs that's been sent, the cyber war. You know, it's a lot of things that take place in this day and age, um, that constitute war, that doesn't necessarily be physical. Just because we haven't shot missiles on you, or nobody's been so-called killed, doesn't mean the war hasn't already started. But right now, like I said, with China, it's a cyber war and a money war. All right, that's what's going on right now with the EU. They need to basically, they need to bump heads and see who's going to get first with the money, and that's going to cause that the rift between them to grow apart further and further and further, and lead to, like I said, all the men of that confederacy have laid a wound unto thee. And I'm gonna get one more scripture, because it's also one more thing that these men of the confederacy are going to do. This is I think I wanted 50, but I'm gonna get this one too while I'm at it. It says Jeremiah 51:3. It says, no, I'm gonna get 50. Let me get 50. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. So this is Jeremiah 50:14. It says, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord." Now it says, "All thee that bend the bow." That means everyone who have these so-called nuclear weapons. These are ICBM missiles. Okay, they're going to shoot their arrows at Babylon, which is America, according to the scriptures. Okay, so if they were in confederacy with each other and they were all cool and everything was cordial, then that would never happen. So there has to be some event that puts enmity or makes a beef between America and the EU that makes the EU eventually shoot their missiles on America. And this is the beginning. This is the start of that. Like I said, this is the war leading up to the war. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to get right there. I hope you brothers was edified, and keep looking into this thing because it's definitely heating up on all sides, man. The Russian side, the EU, the China side, Iran, North Korea. You know, it's getting hot out here. You know what I'm saying? So we one step closer to getting about this piece, man. With that being said, give all praise that's called law to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Karkadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.